was playing, it was like Pictionary. Like I got my kids up, I put them on the bed and I had them videotape me. Like I was like, you guys, this is really important. It doesn't make sense now. This is crazy. It sounds crazy. I know I look and sound crazy, but I know that there's something to this. Like this means something. Like, so when I watch it back now, it literally looks like me like giving a TED talk on your brain on trauma. Like I'm explaining what's happening, but as I get like tired and more up, like I've been up long and I like wasn't eating. I was just like on this kick. Like I was at the whiteboard, I'd go back to the whiteboard and start figuring things out. Like it didn't stop. So they ended up, it's a long time, but my husband ended up taking me to the hospital because they didn't know what was wrong with me. They're like, dude, what'd you smoke? I could hear my family, like my family started coming. My dad came, I attacked my dad during it and was like, I hate you. Like, I hate all these things you did to me. Like I started screaming, like the voice that came out of me was like, not even mine. Wow. It was like my body was just like, the way I describe it is that my spirit like left my body and took me on a spiritual fire alarm was pulled. And I walked through the steps of like, who's from point A to point B of like me getting healthy and figuring out this mess, like solving this mystery, like why the hell am I so messed up? Why can't I get out of this self-sabotage? Like from point A to point B, I kept going through like everybody that I could count on, everything that made sense. Like it was like I was just like I put myself in the game, like a board game, right? And I was like actually being like the little person, but I was playing the game. Yeah. Like a weird. Wow. Weird, but like, so I ended up going to the hospital. They admit me to like our local mental health place here. And within 3 days, supposedly I was like still manic. I just remember getting into the facility and seeing all of these people. And like, I could kind of tell what their diagnoses were by just my own information. Like, okay, this person definitely looks like they're schizophrenic, or this person has like major depressive disorder. And like, you could see what was going on. But then I was like seeing their spirits. Like I was seeing them like I would look at someone and see like a resume of trauma. Oh, wow. And I was like, dude, this place is like this is like spirit prison. Like this is the spirit prison that they talk about. And like, the gospel, like church or whatever, like it's not a place to go. It's like a state of being.
It is a state of being. It is.
And people are like, they are trapped and no one is talking to them and no one cares. No one gives a shit. Like the crap that we were eating, like it was like
prison, it sounds like.
Like when we got home, I watched Patch Adams with my husband like 3 times because he was like, Melanie, that's you. Like you're the person that kept being like you were like Patch Adams trying to help people. So like the first 3 days I was there, I started connecting with people and like connecting with them and channeling shit. And then like the staff would come over and tell me that I was being inappropriate and like that I was being manic. And so they were going to up my meds. Like they were like targeting anyone who actually connected or did something. Like there was a guy that couldn't walk straight. Like he had this cane and so I'm guessing he had like some kind of OCD and he had to count like the steps of where he was going. So I had like this 10-minute conversation with him, channel all the stuff, put my hand on his back, and I'm like, I have faith that you know how to do this. You just got lost along the way. Like somehow the way that you're going to your room doesn't feel safe. So like, what makes you feel safe? So I just like talk to him. Like I was doing trauma therapy and I didn't even know I was doing it, right? So I talked to him about the stuff and like he gets up and I like kind of walk him through it. The guy walks without his cane back to his room.
Wow.
And the staff was like, what? So like, I feel like I got stuck in there because they didn't know what to do with me. Like I was a freaking rule breaker, but I was being, like I was manipulating the system. Like I wasn't letting the system work me.
But it also doesn't sound like you had a complete disconnect from reality at all, which is, looking from the clinical perspective, like what we look for too is like this complete disconnect. There was like, it doesn't feel like, it still feels like you knew where you were, you knew what was happening, like you were present for that.
Every time I do that, like plant medicine, like
it sounds like a plant medicine journey. Exactly.
Yeah. Every time I connect with plant medicine, I can go back and put more pieces together. Like it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like my mission as it comes and unfolds, stuff will come back. Things that I wrote, I'll pull out stuff from the 17 days I was there and I'm like, oh shit, that's what that was about.
Thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this, click here to check out the full podcast episode. Click here to check out our full library of podcast episodes. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you can be the first to know when we're posting new ones. I'll see you soon.